Okay folks, so this is a quick tutorial about how to format your works cited page so that it is within the MLA requirements. So here I have a draft of my works cited page. You can see that I've already gathered all my citations. So that means that if I'm gathering articles from JSTOR, I've already clicked this cute little cite button and copied the MLA citation from here. There's a similar tool in Google Scholar. I can click Cite here, copy and paste the MLA citation. I used the Purdue OWL tool or EasyBib to create citations if they weren't generated for me. So I've already done all of that work. That's the first thing to do. Next, I want to make sure that I alphabetize all of these. So it looks like everything is alphabetized except for my two primary sources at the bottom here. So because I'm going to go by the first name that I see, which is the director's last name here, I'm going to pop Branagh at the top of my works cited. And then let's see, BFMRSSH, lovely. And then I have one citation here that doesn't have an author, so I'm just going to use the first thing in the citation, which is the title, which happens to start with T. So that'll go at the end of my citations there. Now, this is great because now I can see in the first few words of these citations exactly what name I would use when I'm citing these sources in my parenthetical citations in the text of my thesis. So in the case of the one without a author, I might just use the first couple of words and I would say like the most beautified in italics ... That would still refer my reader down to this source in my works cited, even though it doesn't have an author. Hope that makes sense. Okay, the last thing that I have to do here is make sure that this is formatted the way that MLA wants me to format it. So that means my works cited title has to be centered. I have a space between each of my citations right now, so I'd want to make sure that I have that space. I wouldn't want them to look like this. Make sure there's a space between them. And finally, now I'm going to do a hanging indent, which is what MLA requires. And shout out to Pat Schwab, who told our class how to do this today. I'm going to search help for indentation, and I'll click indentation options. You want to make sure that your left and right indentations are at 0, and then for special indent, you're going to select hanging. I'll apply that. And then I have this beautiful works cited that is now how the MLA would want it formatted, with a hanging indent for citations that are more than one line. So that's how you format a works cited page for senior thesis.